Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and not much going on this evening. Again, just doing what I can to get through a day without hurting. Yeah, hopefully there's an end coming soon, because I'm getting tired of feeling this way. No fun going through the day feeling dizzy and lightheaded and ready to pass out. If there was a super acid reflux, I would have it, and then some. Anyway, I wanted to go over some stuff that Bison received, basically a mail call, and one of my subscribers done struck again. Anyway, we'll put you down here to the bench and show you what we got. Alright, so this one here comes from David. I'm not going to mention any last names because it's not necessary. And he's the one that sent me the last bunch of bolts a couple weeks ago. And he sent me some of these the last time, and I think these are actually the same thing. But anyway, that's fine. You'll never hear no complaints out of me on any bolt. I'm the guy who will walk down the street, and if I see a washer laying on the ground, I'll pick that bad boy up and shove it in my pocket. My old ladies, of course the old ladies are a thing of the past for me apparently. They'd get on me about picking up nuts and bolts, but what they don't realize is them nuts and bolts will come in handy later on for a project. But got some 1/4-20 stuff, and I'm in desperate need of 1/4-20 stuff, and this is 1/4-20, this is 1/4-20. Then we got some 1/2 inch, and he put them in bigger or thicker bags this time, I noticed. 3/8, 1.25 inch. So we'll put all the 1.25 inch. Well, I guess we are starting a new pile for that one. Alright, then we got some more of the 3/8. So we'll put that for 3/8 nuts. This looks like 5/16. Yep. And this looks like 1/2 inch. And that's right. So we'll put that for 1/2 inch stuff, even though it's bolts and nuts. More 3/8. Shorter version of these. We got a longer version of these, 3/8, and then we got a shorter version of those, which those are cool. Loves me some washers. And then we got, oh yeah, lock washers come real handy. Alright, so then I have another subscriber who sent me a pair of calipers. And this is Carl, and he's got a YouTube channel that he just started, and you should go check him out. Metal Mania Shop or something like that. I'll put a link to it in the description if I can remember. So he sent this to me. He did a video on what he was sending me. Probably shouldn't have cut that like that, because I could have used that foam for something else. So I don't think I'm going to cut any more like that, because I can use these. These can be used as a padding between something. In fact, the foam that comes in these are just as important as the material that's in the box. And I'll cut those in equal squares and keep them for inventory. I'm just glad that the tape comes off of it easily. Or didn't I speak too soon? Oh wow, really? So, yes, these will be kept for something else. I need a bigger place. Anybody got any ideas for a bigger place for the Bison workshop? Feel free to let me know. I'm not opposed to relocating. And we are in a stirrup box. Now let's see if we can get this tape off of here without hurting the material that this is made out of. Well, I could empty my trash cans and they'd be full again in no time. See, I don't believe that's the end. I believe that's the beginning. It is. There's the end. It was a hiding. I think you wrapped them up a little too tight. Now they're wrinkled. It might settle back down. But anyway, let's see what's in it. We have a nice box for stirrup micrometer, and this is a number 723 American made stirrup. And this one don't come on. I'm so used to the Harbor Freight ones. There's a black dot on that screen. It's driving me nuts. I'll get it somehow. Yeah, there we go. So now I need to see which one is power. Alright. Alright, we have an error for some reason. Error. I keep getting an error. Why do I keep getting an error? Look what that thing's doing. Yeah, something's wrong with this, Carl. Something, it ain't working right for some reason. I wonder if USPS took it out and played with it. When I hit set, how do you... Yeah, it's not working right, Carl. When you move it, it's supposed to come on automatically, but it's not doing it. So we keep getting error. Now if I move it, it's going to come back with the error. Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Well, let's measure something. This should be 1/2 inch. There's no reset on this either. Let me check with my other one to see what this is. Well, that should say 1/2 inch, but it's not. So well, let's go with the head of this. We know it should be 3/4. Yeah, that's 3/4. So let's see what this one says. Error. Now it's reading, well, error. 12 point something. 12.743. I think something's wrong with it, Carl. Well, I guess you'll see it when the video comes up. I think there's something wrong with it, man. Oh well. But thank you for it. This one needs to be cleaned. I need to get out here and clean these things. Well, I almost had a stir caliper. Anyway, also, set that aside. I was at the scrapyard the other day, as you guys know, and I came along this thing, thrust bearing, that is, looks like about a 2 inch. Yep, 1 3/4 inside. 2.5 outside diameter, and it's pretty flat, and I thought that was a cool find. All the bearings are in it, and it's smooth as it's going to be without oil, but I thought that was a pretty cool find. That could be used for any project that you're using for where you've got a center post and need to put a bearing underneath of it. But that was a good find. Then my neighbor gave me a slide, and all these parts were on it that I took off. Those will make nice project pieces, and you know that they're good steel, because I mean, after all, why would they put inferior product on an item that your kids will be playing on? So they're not going to take any chances and put stuff that's not good quality metal. So that's just my way of thinking. Now it's got a little rust on it, so it must not be all that great a quality, but anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. And then these were on it, so those will make nice handles or T-post, or I mean not T-post, towel post. It still would have been a T-post. Oops, sorry about the noise. So I got those, and also this here is the ring gear that I was going to turn. Well, as you can see, it really didn't do a whole lot to that except cause a lot of sparks. I mean a lot of sparks, man. It actually scared me. This is hardened, case hardened steel, and I just had to tell him I'm not going to be able to help you out. He brought me the old one. This is the one that's broke, to try out and see if we could do it. I believe it's better for him to send this off and have somebody do it, and do it right, because he wants all this taken off right here and down and around here, like this picture. So I wasn't able to help him out. That's a shame. I could have used the money, but for what it would cost if something was to break on my machine, or if it was to catch my shop on fire, or you know, I was down to where I thought I was going to have to grind it, and I really don't want grinding shavings on my ways, not that much anyway. I don't mind doing a little Dremel tool grinding on it, you know, just to cut maybe a hair off of something. But you know, to cut that much meat out with a grinder, you're going to have a mess. You're going to have sparks flying everywhere. You don't know where they're going to land. You don't know if they'll go in a crack or a crevice and smolder for days, and then when you forget it and least expect it, your house is on, or your building's on fire, or your shop's on fire. I do not fancy my shop catching on fire, so it's just not worth it's not worth what I'm going to get out of it. So we got the battery tender for the shop. We're going to try to embark on a project that's going to greatly improve the what would you call it, flexibility of the shop. What I would like to do is put a new 12 volt system in the shop. And I've got lights coming to do that with. I'm going to get rid of all these bulbed lights. But when I do, I'm also eliminating all the original wiring. And we're going to rewire this shop for 12 volt. And I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. When I do it, I'm not going to be hiding wires. So I have to do it in a tasteful way to where, you know, it's running in a conduit or something like that. I'm thinking about putting a piece of conduit underneath this shelf back in here, going all the way back as far as I can, probably right here to the breaker box. But I want to put 12 volt at the mill. I want to put 12 volt at the drill. I want to put 12 volt to the bandsaw. And I want to put 12 volt here at the lathe. Definitely got to have 12 volt at the bench. And then 12 volt at the toolbox. Maybe even 12 volt over there next to the door like it is now. The reason for that is two reasons. I'm going to use a magnetic chuck at the vise. So that's where I'm going to put the battery. So we're going to put it in a battery box. And we're going to run us a fuse panel. And we're going to build us a junction box that houses all the fuses, the switches, and all that good stuff. Indicators. Anything else that I need to put in it. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't trust the wiring in this, the 12 volt wiring or the DC wiring. Simply because a while back, well, I've been having a problem that, you know, once in a while when I would turn the light on above the 12 volt light above the toolbox, my radio would go out and then come back on as if nothing had happened. Well, then, let's see if I got 12 volt now. Now, see, now I got it. I didn't have it the other day when I walked out of here. So, then here a couple weeks ago, about the time I got this first load of bolts, I come out here to turn something and all my radio went out, all the 12 volt went out, but that time it never came back. It was days before it came back on, and I just happened to be walking down to the mailbox and was walking up here and noticed that the outside 12 volt light was on, so it just came on by itself. So I don't know if there's a short in the wiring inside the walls, because I have done a whole lot of construction work to the walls and the roof. The roof is completely restored, so I don't know if in the process of doing all that maybe I put a screw in the wrong place. I don't know. It was awful funny that it didn't do anything like that for the first six, I keep wanting to say 6. For the first, I don't know, I'd say 3 years, never had a bit of problem. That never happened. So somewhere something's got screwed up, and I don't trust it no more. So I'm just going to disconnect it. I'm going to take all the lights out. They're going to be redesigned, and I'm going to use LEDs. So that's a future project that I don't know if I'm going to record or not. But if I do, you'll be the first to know. So my coffee's turning black, so to speak. So I need to get in there and warm it up and get this ready for you guys to see. But Carl, I think that one's a bad one. I hate to say it. I feel bad for saying it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know why you would, but if there's a chance you did, I hope you did. Anyway, we're thinking of new projects to come up with. I've got a toolbox project that I'd like to try to embark on with the trailer, but it's so daggone cold outside. We may end up having to wait for summertime to do all that stuff. So we're going to try to pick some projects for in here. I don't know yet what I can do. I also have a light that I'm going to try to turn into a meal light that goes underneath around the chuck. So that's pretty much it. The magnetic chuck, I do have the battery tender to do that, and like I said, when I go to rewire the shop, we're going to start with the chuck and then work our way out from there to all the stations that I want to go to. So I'm still waiting to try to find a junction box for all the wiring, and so I have something to put everything in. So stay tuned for that. We haven't forgot about the magnetic chuck demonstration yet. It's coming. I just got bigger fish to fry right now. So anyway, you guys have a good one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. You guys have a good one. Later.